Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my channel. I hope you're all having a favorable day. President William Ruto was elected the 5th President of Kenya in August 2022. However, he has been making many blunders since becoming President. He has failed to effectively establish himself as the legitimate leader of the Republic of Kenya. Every blunder he makes seems to give more credence to his critics, who see him as a corrupt and weak leader. In this video, I will analyze 10 blunders President Ruto has made and which have effectively put him on the back foot and given Honorable Raila Odinga a way back in Kenya politics. Number 10. Not acknowledging that election is over and focusing on development issues. The president is still on campaign trail and shows obsession with Mount Kenya, still insisting on climbing the mountain. It appears the 5 years of idleness is still affecting him. The country needs leadership, but it seems what we have is a campaign maestro. Number 9. Targeting IEBC commissioners who did not support him. The president has been praising those who supported him like Mr. Wafula Chebukati. As a president who has been vice president and served in administrations where election had raised grave issues of governance and security, he should have called for reforms and therefore remove the lingering suspicion about the commission. This would ensure Kenyans build some trust on the battered election body and on the credibility of the government itself. Number 8. Mixed signals about his commitment to democratic rule. He said he will accept opposition, and yet he seems to encourage defections from the opposition, and he appears to promote kleptocracy rather than sound democratic governance. Number 7. The false narrative that Raila Odinga is the cause of Kenya's economic slump. This is laughable, as Raila then should be blamed for economic slump in the USA, in Europe, and even China. I think even the president's daughter Charlene does not believe in such fantasy. If this was the case, once he came to power, the economy should have picked up. It is not, and he does not have a plan B. He started on a wrong premise and is bound to arrive at a wrong conclusion. A country cannot be led by lies, and people will not eat lies, and as such, a time is coming when he has to face reality in the face and tell the truth once in his lifetime. Number 6. Not fulfilling electoral promises, especially about the Hustler Fund. The Hustler Fund was promised to young people, and yet this has remained a mirage. Then there was this bad joke about loaning the youth Kenya shillings 500. This is not enough even for a day's meal. It cannot buy unga. How is this going to empower the youth? And we know that nonsensical reasoning only leads to nonsensical conclusions. And the youth of Kenya bought this nonsense. And I think they are too clever to keep playing that tune. Number 5. Stopping the kazi kwa vijana with no alternative project. There was a place for kazi kwa vijana in Kenya. It stopped destitution among the young people. It gave them some dignity. Then he suddenly shut the tap and did not provide an alternative. He promises jobs through affordable housing, something that is still at conceptual stage. It's like promising people ugali from maize plants that have just sprouted. This has helped to alienate his support base and given the opposition ammunition and fodder at the same time. Number 4. Behaving like a Kikuyu Kalenjin kingpin rather than the president of Kenya. Kenya is a republic with 47 counties and over 70 ethnic groups. Kenya is not a Kikuyu or Kalenjin republic. Each ethnic group has a right to live, be peaceful, be respected, be represented in a free and democratic Kenya. The president is losing support and sympathy from other regions. His actions and that of his deputy and the demagogues around him is threatening the fabrics of this country. Maybe he need to learn from Ethiopia. Number 3. Failure to separate church from state. The state and the church are different entities and address different needs in a nation. The church should be separated from state affairs. This does not matter whether one is a staunch believer or not. In a secular state, even Jesus says, "Give Caesar what is Caesar's and give God what is God's." The president appears to confuse religious message with policy issues. If he wants to govern the country successfully, he should uphold the secular nature of the republic. That does not stop him from engaging in any kind of worship, including voodoo or dini ya msambwa as a private citizen. Number 2. Failing to control his deputy, Vice President Rigathi Gachagua. The deputy president appears to have a loose tongue and behaves as if governance is about Kikuyu versus other Kenyans. I understand Rigathi may not be very clever, but he should have some basic understanding of national security, national good, and common good, and even common sense. As pointed out above, Kenya has 47 counties. It is only a fool who cannot see that tribalism will affect this republic in a negative way. We already had testers in 2007 and nearly had a repeat in 2017. The president needs to understand that he was elected to lead, not own Kenya. He does not own Kenya. It is a union of voluntary ethnic groups who can leave the union if it becomes impractical to be part of it. Telling others that sons of Mau Mau will deal with them is not only ill-conceived, it plays into a very dangerous narrative that can tear this country apart. Some Kenyans are sons of Ramogi. We also have sons of Mumia, sons of Osundua, sons of Olaibon Lenana. And therefore, if we started putting our lineage at the forefront of governance, then this country is soon going to be ungovernable. Mr. President should sit with his deputy and inform him there is governance and there is gambling with the lives of the people. With his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta, President Ruto behaves like a heartbroken young girl. He cannot come to terms that Uhuru ditched him for Hon Raila Odinga. He seems to focus on trying to prove to himself he is worthwhile. My suggestion is to seek expert help on regaining self-esteem. The country needs a leader, not a popularity contest. Uhuru is not the president. Raila is not the president. Ruto should focus on his work. Leadership is about showing people direction, giving hope, charting out new paths, addressing people's needs. Maybe Ruto has failed to convince people he can offer leadership, and maybe that is why people are turning to Raila Odinga, because they can see that he epitomizes what they want in a leader. Maybe he gives them hope in these challenging times. Maybe He gives them hope that there will be a better tomorrow, that there will be a better Kenya. And maybe, just maybe, that is what William Ruto needs to focus on. Thank you all for watching my video. If you liked it, please press the like button below. And if you can, please subscribe to support my channel. Thank you.